Hi there, my name is Markus Sasser. I'm the CEO of Clubestate. We are a dedicated private markets firm with offices in Zurich, Luxembourg, Singapore and Hong Kong. It's a great pleasure to welcome Thorsten Hens today. He is a professor for financial economics at the University of Zurich, and he's a member of the Clubestate Advisory Board. Welcome, Thorsten.
Thank you, Markus, for having me.
Let me start. Perhaps we're living in very, very turbulent times, geopolitical crisis around the world. Where do you see currently the largest risks for institutional investors when allocating funds?
But the largest risk is exactly, as you say, the geopolitical risk. So you have to be careful when you're a Swiss investor about the exchange rate, and you have to be careful about companies in which you invest, which might have problems with the supply chain. So that's a big risk, I would say, which is new. We had globalization, and the idea was that every company can connect with any other company on the globe. But now with these two new blocks which are formed, the West and China, one has to be more strategic.
Mm-hmm. And how do you see the role of the US changing from the last 20 to 30 years in the current environment?
Well, the US is declining and China is rising. So it could be nice so that they both arrive at the same level and then they do mutual comparative advantages, but it might also get nasty because of one of the two or maybe both want the leadership.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the alternative investment space, which sectors do you see are mainly of interest in the current environment?
So alternative is a broad spectrum. Previously we had hedge funds and private equity. Now we have private markets and we have real estate, all these things. You need a lot of expertise when you invest in those. My favorite is real estate, not so much private markets or venture capital and these things, because it's a gamble. You never know which company will make it. But real estate, it's a solid thing. Been long time since we have had humans, they needed to live somewhere. So it's something which is a need. It's not something nice to have, but it's something which you need to have, real estate.
Mm-hmm. No, we share this view. The majority of the investments we do are in the real estate space around the globe, actually. We also invest, obviously, actively in Switzerland. So if we then focus more on the Swiss opportunities which present for professional investors, are there any sectors in Switzerland that you favor?
Well, first of all, you should distinguish between residential and commercial real estate. Residential, that's a safer bet. Maybe the returns are not that high usually, but it's a safer bet because there's a lot of immigration still to Switzerland. There's some initiative to stop it, but I don't vote for it. There's a lot of immigration still to Switzerland, and we need housing everywhere. But I understand it's more difficult to get. Commercial real estate, this depends on the business cycle, and one has to look very specifically. So where is this real estate, and what is the use of the real estate with the transformation, the IE transformation, for example? Many things might be done from home so that we don't need many office buildings.
Mm-hmm. That is a good point, AI. Switzerland is known as an investment hub for family offices, for wealth management in general. How do you see that whole industry changing with AI basically coming into play in all over in all sectors?
Well, in the finance sector, that's my expertise. AI means we can dispense with simple jobs like analysts, for example, right? Or writing reports and this type of things, or even in the accounting space to get a quick overview about the finances of a company. So there are a lot of simple things, unfortunately, because my students typically would start in a bank on these simple jobs and then eventually climb up the ladder. So it's harder for my students, but that's why the students now have to learn how to use AI, and not only to cheat in the exam, but to use it really for their future employer. So that's a big thing, big challenge. We might revert at the university back to oral exams because, or the written exams, it's a problem. But when you listen to the employees, they say, we need students who are able to apply those tools. They're tech savvy and they know quickly, I can use this tool for that, can use this tool for that. So that's what they're searching.
Thorsten, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
For everybody interested in our services and the club deal investments that we are doing, please visit our website www.clubestate.com. Thank you very much.